Previously on The Legend of Genji, Vera teaches Genji about the Order of the White Lotus, so Genji is convinced with the ideals of the Order and what it believes in. Vera talks to a friend of hers who is actually a retired pro bender and mover star, Berlin. He and is now a member of the White Lotus, and turns out Vera is Berlin's cousin. See Wong Desert. I'm take I'm going to take you to Air Temple Island, Berlin said. Air Temple Island. These are some of the members these were some of the members of the White Lotus, Berlin said. Ah Ukura, King Bumi, Fuga Iroh, who was a Grand Lotus, Zhongjong, Jampa, Paiko, Paku, Pandao, Zanbar, formerly. Iroh had a love. Iroh, a lover of Paisho, was a Grand Master and a Grand Lotus and of the Order, who often advised uh, that Paisho was more than just a game. Pandal was also an important member of the Order. He often his he offered his student Seka a White Lotus tile as a parting gift, which was symbolic of his membership of the Order. The image of the White Lotus on the hilt of Sokka's sword and the door of Pendal's estate were also references to Pendal's membership. Shortly before the arrival of Sozin's comet, Master Pendal, King Bumi, and Zhang also accomplished were also accomplished Arrow as members of the Order, although none had shown symbols of the Order when Team Avatar saw them before. Other members were also visible in the competitions. Sources several years later, the Order was no longer a secret society and was instead dedicated to protecting the Avatar their during their training. Many more members were present in the Order than it than in the past, including a leader and many sentinels that are lower ranked members of the Order tasked with duties such as guarding the Avatar. The Order is also responsible for the guarding various high class criminals in specialty direct prisons located all over the world. Mama Merchant, sometimes known by the code name Mama, was a very high-ranking member of the Order of the White Lotus during the early era of Yangchan. Publicly, Akataka ran a food kitchen from the up for the unemployed of Ben during Ben during the liberation of Ba Sing Si. The members of the White Lotus all wrote during all war a distinctive indigo coloring outfit, which with white details, a similar color cape, and a lotus printed manta around their shoulder. They also have a flag burnt, print, print, written an image of the white lotus. Arrow, a grand lotus, seemed to have more to his vestments, what indigo colored armor, and a robe under all of the order's pieces beside based off the White Lotus flower. Over the course of several years, the uniforms have changed slightly and vary according to the rank. For example, the uniform of the White Lotus Sentinels include a cowl with a small insignia on the front. Wearers of the uniform wearers of the uniform of a high rank member does not include a headpiece. Mama also sometimes known oh, Apajak was a Christian for was a carrier for the Southern Water tribe who lived during the era of Kyoshi. She bore the responsibility of deriving consents between the Southern Water tribe and the Northern Water tribe, as well as working on occasion hard, hard convince for the Order of the White Lotus. Bumi spent several weeks imprisoned in his city, waiting for the right moment to escape, with which came on the day of the Black Sun, where he broke out of his prison and by earthbending with his face, taking advantage of the firebender's loss of power, he single-handedly liberated Omashu and destroyed Ozai's statue at the top of the city, sending it sliding down and off the edge of the city before laughing and taking a taking a bite of Geminite, wrecking his wrecking his city in mere retaking his city in mere minutes. Leads Boom Boomy led lead Boomy leads Boomy lead member of Team Avatar to leads Team Avatar to Order of the White Lotus camp. Before the arrival of Susan's comet, Boomy met with the Avatar gang again at Ba Sing Si, along with Messer Pendao. Along with Messer Paku Pendao and Zhang, and was revealed to be a member of the White Lotus of a member of the Order of the White Lotus. We was the only one to notice that the group was missing a very important member, as Aang and Momo had disappeared, but comedically asked the group of Momo's whereabouts. The king later stated that as long as Momo and Aang were together, they had nothing to worry about. Suki asked there were why they were all together, which Bumi responded that all people know each other. Responded that okay, sorry. Um Later, well, exploring to explain to Team Avatar about how he liberated Omashu, he described himself as the world's greatest earthbender ever. Toph happened to hear this, questioned the authenticity of the statement, consuming to the exchange, and so that they are decided to have earth-bending duel to settle was who was the better of the two, which Sokka serving as the referee. The Earthbenders kept fighting until Susan's comet was nearly approaching, and it was time for them to begin their attacks. The match was called a draw, and it was said that there would have been a rematch. King Bumi joined the Order's successful liberation of Ba Sing Se in the name of the Earth Kingdom. Using in practice displays of his earthbending to destroy many Fire Nation tanks and set of by taking them on top of each other. Finding was a member of the Order of the White Lotus who played the pie show at a cantina located in the Misty Palm Oasis in the Wangzi Desert. He owned a flower shop not far from this village. This served as a cover for an Order of the White Lotus meeting place. First was certainly quick witted old man who was loyal to his fellow White Lotus Society members and who would go out of his way to help them. Well, to going over the battle plans, Iroh was asked by Zuko to take on Ozai in the Avatar's absence, but Iroh refused, noting was that it was unnecessarily if he could defeat if him, and even if he could, she would see it as a brother killing another for power.